What if I told you you're not lazy, but you're just stuck in the wrong mindset? A lot of men think when they hit a certain age, it's too late. But the truth is, most men don't hit their prime till their late 30s or even in their 40s. This mindset of thinking it's too late can make you feel lazy, but it can also kill your ambition. I'm 40 now, but in my early 30s, I had the same battles. I thought it was too late. I missed my opportunity. Was there any point of really trying? But the truth is, we have plenty of time. When I finally understood this, everything changed. I not only realized that I have time to make my dreams a reality, it also made me realize if I do not change my way now, I will have to work on someone else's terms for the rest of my life, and that stopped me from being lazy. Let's be honest here, it's nice saying that we're gonna retire when we're 40 or 50, but realistically, at that age, what you're gonna do when you retire. By realizing I'm gonna be working till I'm 70 or even maybe 80, it stopped me thinking it's too late. It's made me think that I need to make some dramatic changes to achieve the life that I want, because if I don't, I'm gonna have to spend the next 40 years working for someone else, being a slave to the system, and living a life that doesn't really make me happy. If you're in your 30s, you've got at least another 40 or even 50 years to do what you want to do. Let's say you're 50, you've got another 20 years to make your dreams a reality. Everything that I've done in the last 3 years, I will teach you to help speed up that process. Whether it's fitness goals, whether it's health goals, whether it's changing career or just moving out of the country, everything is possible as long as you have the right mindset and believe you have the time to do it. But as soon as you think, I don't have enough time, you're gonna wanna quit and just give up. I turned 40 this year and I quit my hospital job after 13 years. I was at the top of my game, I was earning good money, but I wasn't happy. And if I had that mindset of it's too late, I would have not made that change, moved out to Asia where I get the opportunity to coach men full time. Because I made that decision, I want to change the direction of my life. I'm able to travel to Thailand, Vietnam, and currently I'm in the UK. That's why it's so important you change your mindset, because once you do, you will be able to take steps and actions to make your dreams a reality. If you're still thinking it's too late, I want you to take a second right now. Just stop doing what you're doing. Just look at your life, but don't look at today. I want you to zoom out and look at the next 10, 15, 20, or even 30 years and ask yourself, do you want the second part of your life to be the same as your first part of your life? And if the answer is no, then let's make some changes. It's not too late, because in your 30s and 40s, you're hitting your prime. And if you're in your 50s watching this, you've got a lot of experience. So use that experience to change your life. Use all the mistakes you've made to make better decisions going forward. The next step that will help you to be less lazy is finding your why. We all need a reason to push us on those days when we can't be bothered. My why is very simple. I don't want to be poor and I don't want to work on someone else's terms. And on those days when I don't want to get out of my bed, I remember my why and I use it to force myself to get out of bed and work on my business. There are days when things are not going my way, or when things have just been absolutely crap and I've not achieved the things that I wanted, but I have my why, and for that reason I continue doing what I'm doing. You need a why. It doesn't matter how crazy it is, how stupid you think it is. It doesn't matter if someone else said that doesn't make sense. Why do you want to do that? Your why just has to be important to you. And if it's important enough to you, you will take action. Whether you want to achieve financial success, travel the world, buy a mansion, drive a Lambo, whatever your reason, don't let anyone deter you from taking action and asking you, why do you want those things? Your why, as long as it's pushing you to get you where you want, that is the main thing. Sometimes we overcomplicate things, and the reason why we do something can be the simplest thing of just wanting to provide for our parents, our friends, our family, or just even to have a better life. Your why doesn't have to be for yourself, it can be for another person. Let's take going to the gym as an example. We all go to the gym to stay healthy, but also to look good. But your why might be different. You might be a father with 3 kids at home. So you use that as a reason to go to the gym so you stay healthy and you can see them grow up. The next thing that makes you lazy is putting the wrong things into your mind but also your body. Most of you guys will have driven a car or ridden a motorbike. And as you know, you have to put a certain fuel in for certain cars. Some will take unleaded, some may take diesel. But what happens when you put the wrong fuel in? It not only causes the vehicle to break down, it can be a costly mistake. That's why we pay so much attention when we're putting petrol into our cars or motorbikes. But why do we not pay the same attention to what we're putting into our body? Just like the car, your body needs the right fuel to run. And if you're putting in the wrong things, you're gonna feel lazy, unmotivated, and you're gonna feel depressed because a lot of foods contain chemicals that mess with your hormones. Just like you pay attention to what kind of petrol you put into your car, now I want you to start paying the same attention to what you're putting into your body, because what you're feeding yourself will either be fueling your actions or draining your energy. I work with a lot of men and a lot of them tell me they don't have the energy to do certain things. When I look at their diet and see what they're eating, I explain to them simply, your body cannot process these foods, so it's taking extra energy just to try to break these things down. Once you start consuming the right foods, you will feel 10 times better. And I would say around about 80% of the guys that I work with, as soon as we change their diet, things are 10 times better. Listen, I'm not a magician and sometimes we can't cure certain things. That's when I recommend the guys go get a blood test and see their doctors, because sometimes it can be a hormonal issue that could be making you feel tired. But that's another topic. Let's get back onto fueling yourself with the right stuff. And once you start fueling yourself with the right foods, you will have so much more energy. And sometimes it may even mean not eating anything. Yes, running on empty. This is where we're slightly different from a car. That's why when I wake up, I don't eat anything till 9 a.m. So I wake up around about 6:30. I get to work at 7. First thing I do is drink water with salt in it. After that, I have caffeine pills and I won't have my first meal till 9 a.m. But my first meal is a protein shake, no carbs. It's aimed just to fuel my brain and my actions. Then I would work for another 3 to 4 hours. Then I'd have my second meal, which would normally be 5 eggs and avocados. Again, it's a little bit boring over time, but it fuels my body and it fuels my mind. Then I have my last meal around about 6:30. And at this point, I'll have some carbs to just refuel my energy levels, but also to help me sleep at night. And I do love carbs, but I'm making sure I'm not eating any carbs in the morning, because I find when I eat bread or potato or pasta during the day, I feel tired. That's why I just avoid it. Just like you have to feed your body the right foods to ensure you don't feel lazy, you've got to feed your brain the right information, because if you don't, you won't want to take action. It's so important you start becoming conscious of what you're consuming and listening to. Social media can make it feel like you're falling behind and make you think it's too late. The news is designed to provoke fear and make you not take action. The people around you, if they're always talking negatively, trying to avoid anything difficult, you will want to do the same as well. Instead of watching social media or the news, listen to an audiobook. I know whenever I feel down, a little bit lazy and a little bit unmotivated, I turn to 2 books. and I just listen to them. And that reminds me of all the possibilities, of all the things that can be achieved when you really put in the work and focus. Over the last 3 years, I've changed a lot, and it's been due to the things I've consumed. For the first 37 years of my life, I consumed all the wrong things. I had the wrong mindset, I chased the wrong things, and I wasted the first part of my life. But now that I'm consuming the right things, I'm always doing something productive every day. Every day I feel like I'm just getting a little bit better. Before, I would have given up, but due to the information I'm constantly consuming, I'm able to continue and push forward even when I'm not getting the results. The next thing you want to do is surround yourself with the right people. I covered this in one of the earlier points, but your environment plays a massive role on how you feel. Make sure it's set up to make you win. I organize my room so when I get up in the morning, I can jump on my desk and work. There's no mess there, there's no clutter, there's no distractions. I tidy my room the night before, so when I wake up in the morning, I see my desk, it looks tidy, it looks clean. I just want to sit there and relax and work. But when there's crap everywhere, I don't want to work. I feel lazy. I think I've got to do something else before that important job. The final thing you have to do is stop calling yourself lazy, because your words are more powerful than you think. Every time you call yourself lazy, you're rewiring your brain to think you are lazy, so you don't end up taking action. People don't realize the power of their words and the impact it has on their mindset, their beliefs, their actions. Every time you tell yourself you can't be bothered, you're lazy, you're tired, you end up feeling that way. I know it sounds a bit mad this, but when I'm tired, I say to myself, I'm not tired. I've got the energy to go to the gym. I've got the enthusiasm and the power to get there. And once I start saying these things to myself, I get a little bit hyped. Okay, when I get to the gym, I am still lazy. I'm not going to lie to you, but it allows me to get into the gym. And once I'm in the gym, I force myself to do the things that I need to do. Yeah, I may not have the best workout, but the fact that I turned up on that day when I felt lazy, it feels so good. The next day just becomes a lot easier. Sometimes you just have to force yourself to do the things you have to do. Now, if you want to know the only time where being lazy is acceptable, click here.